Story 6.
Epilogue.
Yeah.
Just the two of us.
One day near the end of the third term, as I passed the gate and was about to enter the school building, I heard a loud voice from the entrance used by teachers and guests.
Surasawa-san, please, wait! Told you to move.
That was Serizawa-san's voice. Was he making some outrageous demand again? As I had that thought and listened to the voices, Ibuki-kun arrived.
I knew it wasn't Ibuki.
Ohayou gozaimasu, Ibuki-kun. Looks like Serizawa-san is here. Oh, ohayou. Apparently you must destroy that old dojo behind the school. Huh? What? Why? How should I know? I just heard... Hey, what's wrong? I didn't wait for him to finish. I ran to the school building, headed straight for the faculty office. I had to tell Hijikata sensei. That was the only thing pushing me forward. I got to the office a little out of breath and leaned against the doorframe. Excuse me, Hijikata.
It's all.
Silence fell in the room. I was completely frozen right in front of the door.
Ugh.
Kondo sensei, Hijikata sensei, the other teachers, none of them were saying anything. Serizawa-san seemed to have rendered them all speechless.
Hey, Sarasawa-san, hold on a sec. What do you mean you're going to demolish Shie Hall? Said, this is what I once told Kondo and Hijikata. If you don't turn this into a school famous for either sports or schoolwork, I will demolish Shie Hall. I gave them several years to achieve this, but the results are lacking. The grades, the rate of advancement, and the sports club's achievements are quite good, but not first class. Hold on, that's not true. Our grades are improving every year, and they're above the national average. What are you prattling on about mediocrity? While the average may be acceptable, there are no true standouts. Almost no one has been accepted by a first-class university this year. What about our sports clubs? Our Kindle Club may actually make it to nationals this year. Save it for when that actually occurs. We have no counter arguments. It is true that we have no solid achievements to speak of. Indeed, and if nothing is achieved, then does that not mean that the teaching principles are misguided?
Serizawa's mouth twisted into a smirk. He looked over at a picture frame containing the core teaching ideals of the academy. His eyes were cold as ice.
I do not know if this is from Shie Hall, but be a proud samurai? Nonsense! If Kondo and the rest of you lot are clinging to outdated ideals. Ugh! I should destroy that old dojo and oust Kondo at once. That is best for the school.
Hijikata sensei was staring daggers at him, but Serizawa-san didn't flinch. He spoke with arrogance. Kondo sensei was the one to receive the full force of these words. With a serious face, Kondo sensei nodded as he took a step forward.
Hirasawa-san, it is true that I couldn't meet your expectations. That is why I am willing to take responsibility and leave the school. But could you please keep Shie Hall standing in exchange for my resignation? What? Whatever you say, we have guided our students using the teachings of that dojo. I told them that this was their alma mater, and that it would remain unchanged and waiting for them anytime things became difficult. I have told each and every one of them as I watched them fly the nest. I've told each and every one of them as I've watched them fly the nest, which is why
Kondo-sensei paused for a moment and he looked outside the window. His eyes were gentle and peaceful, like those of a parent looking at a child.
to change the teaching principles is to change the school itself. I promised that it would be like an unchanging home to them. If I could not give them that, I could never look the graduates in the eye again.
He puffed his chest and looked ahead once more to glare at Serizawa-san. Even he faltered for a moment under Kondo-sensei's resolve. Shash.
Which is why, even if I leave, I want you to keep Shie Hall. Even if I leave, the school's ideals will. No, Kondo. Kondo-san. Toshi.
Not letting him finish, Hijikata-sensei pushed Kondo-sensei back. Then he stood before Serizawa-san.
I'm the one in charge of running the school. It's my fault that it didn't turn out how you wanted. And that's why I'll take responsibility and resign in this place. Is that good enough for you? You, Hijikata. Absurd. You alone quitting will have no effect on me whatsoever. That's not true. I've stood in your way too many times to count. How great would it be if this one thorn in your side went away? Toshi! It's fine. What the students need right now isn't an Oni teacher like me, but your teachings, Kondo-san. That's why, Serizawa. Please.
Hijikata-sensei put his hand out to stop Kondo-sensei and looked back at Serizawa-san. Serizawa-san's lips warped as though he was enjoying the situation. He fixed his gaze onto Hijikata-sensei.
I see. I understand how you think now. Your argument does have merit, Hijikata. However, glaring and puffing your chest at me, is that how you ask for favors? What do you want me to do then? Those who beg ought to get on their knees and bow their head. Admit that you were wrong and end your life as a teacher right now of your own accord. as if you could. If you quit being a teacher, you'd be forced to inherit Hijikata Pharmaceuticals. Hey, wait a second! Serizawa-san, don't you think you're going too far? I don't think I'm going far enough. If I could have him commit ritualistic suicide, then I would.
Oh my god. His cruel words had struck a nerve. However, Hijikata-sensei just shook his head and ignored them before speaking up.
Serizawa, just so you know, even if I quit, I've got no intention of inheriting the family business. Also, even if I leave this school, I'm not going to quit being a teacher. Whichever school I end up in, I will keep following the path Kondo-san and the rest of us chose. Some fights aren't about winning. I'll make sure you understand that one day. Imputed. You impudent.
As Serizawa-san chuckled, Hijikata-sensei bent down to kneel before him. No, Hijikata-sensei. I was about to reach out to scream for him to stop, but I was paralyzed. My voice wouldn't come. My hands and feet wouldn't work. Why? Why was this happening now? Why couldn't I move? I almost collapsed under the weight of the frustration and shame, but then...
You know what? I'm just gonna go with this.
Not scientifically possible!
Sure? Who was it?
That's about the closest thing we got.
I want to say it's Soji for some fucking reason. Or Heisuke.
One of the... It's what...
It's one of them?
Yeah, it's somebody. Anyways, let's go.
A sharp voice came from behind me, echoing in the faculty office. As I was still immobile, a pale blue blazer passed right by me.
Leave the rest to us. I'm pretty sure that's,
Saito.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's one of the Hijikata juniors.
And told me as such.
Hijikata-sensei, what the hell are you doing? You say it ain't about winning or losing, but it's still a loss if you get down on your knees like this. You have a bad habit of taking on all the responsibility, Hijikata-sensei. It's pathetic. Hard to think you're the only vice principal.
Hijikata-sensei's eyes widened at the unexpected appearance.
What are you all doing here?
The three students had briefly surprised him into silence, but Saito-san spoke again.
This does not concern you students. Be gone! About that Sewazawa-san, can we say something? This just came to mind, but Hijikata-san's not the only one to blame for grades not improving. It's my fault just as much. What are you trying to say? I think that all of us should take responsibility. If Hijikata-san's going, then it only makes sense for us to quit too, right, Shin? Oh yeah, Sato. All of us teachers might as well get on our knees and quit, right? Yeah! I see, so we all have the same idea.
The boys all have the same mind! They're sharing this brain cell.
You little...
While the school could stand losing Hijikata-sensei alone, it would cease to function if the entire faculty quit at once. As Serizawa-san became daunted, Heisuke-kun and Saito-senpai pressed the advantage.
Also, if Hijikata-sensei quits, what about the Kindle Club? Who's gonna teach us? Hijikata-sensei instructed us until we were capable of progressing through to national tournaments. I doubt anyone else could replicate this achievement. Yeah, so if you're gonna make him quit, I guess we'll leave too and transfer to Guardians High. Ha! Yeah, Heisuke would definitely put a ha at the end of that, I think. What? Heisuke and I received invitations from them. They wished us to join them in reaching their inter-high school tournaments. In addition, Guardian High seems to be interested in Hijikata-san sensei as well. He instructs the Kindle Club after all. They'd love to hear we're all coming as a package. Oh, this is how you intend to strong-arm me? Strong-arm? Don't make it sound so violent. This is a negotiation. Try it if you dare. Don't think you can transfer after defying me like this. I'll make it so you can never transfer to the Guardians. No, forget them. Forget them. I'll make it so that you can't do kendo in any school you go. Huh? Are you sure you should be saying that? What do you... Oh, you know. Oh, right here. Over here. Say hi to the camera!
Okuta-senpai had been silent, fiddling with his phone the whole time. He finally sprung into action. He smiled coldly, waving his phone camera on.
I'm recording all of this. Go ahead, talk yourself out. Go ahead and talk all you want. Knock yourself out. Huh, Hajime-kun? Do you think this will work as evidence? Yes. It would only. We would only have to show this to the Guardians. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to tell them why we quit anyway.
Red with anger said his son looked like a true Oni. As his hand shook with rage, crushing the folding fan in his grip.
Because apparently it's hot right now.
Where the fuck did you come from, and why are you dressed like this?
That's enough.
With a clear voice, a new person slipped into the conversation.
If Hijikata wishes to quit, we ought to let him. Kazuma, what are you doing? This has nothing to do with you, pretty boy. Stay out of it. Silence. I simply came to laugh at Hijikata.
Having suddenly appeared, Kazuma-senpai looked at Hijikata-sensei, who was nearly on his knees, and sneered.
Oh, this is such a good look for you. That's quite the pathetic state you're in. To think you'd bend your knee to the chairman. Shut up, I didn't break yet. I said this to Serizawa-san too, but no matter where I go, I won't change my convictions.
At that moment, Kazuma-senpai's eyes met mine. He then looked down at Hijikata-sensei again before letting out a deep sigh.
You, chairman, let Hijikata stay in this school.
Hijikata-sensei's eyes widened. However, he was
What?
not the one most shocked.
Everybody was shocked, including that guy. What are you saying? I care not whether Hijikata resigns. However, pathetic as he may be, his departure would sadden some as he glances at Chizuru. If you refuse to obey, I will cut off my family support for this school. Will you keep insisting? Whoa, that's actual blackmail, isn't it? Well, a bit late to complain about that after all he said. Now then, Serizawa-san, what will you do? Forcing Hijikata-sensei to resign will cause more problems than it solves, no?
Silent-sensei spoke with his usual peaceful voice.
Serizawa-san looked around with bitterness in his eyes. He spat out through gritted teeth. Very well. Both Hijikata and Kondo may continue as they were. Chie Hall? Fine, it may stay. But Hijikata. In exchange, turn the Kendo Club into national tournament regulars and improve the university acceptance rate. That is my condition. If you stay here as a teacher, then show me what you're capable of. That you are capable of that at least. You don't have to tell me that. I'll do it, no matter what it takes. Even if the students end up calling me the only vice principal for it. I'll hold you to those words.
Serizawa-san left, slamming the door.
Well, it seems everything was wrapped up rather nicely.
Silent-sensei's whispers was followed by joyous cheers from everyone else.
Toshi! Oh, Toshi, I'm so glad! I'm so glad! Why would you do something so absurd? You started it, Kondo. Man. Yeah, we win! I'm happy for you, Kondo-sensei. Not that I really cared what happened to Hijikata-sensei. Okay, he's asking for it.
Hakuoki.
You always say more than you should, but I'll tolerate it today, Soji. You owe me. This will cost you quite a bit. Man, I'm sure glad it's all worked out. That was a close call. Yeah, I went and said that I resigned too, but I'd be out in the cold if I actually went through with it.
Oh my god. The tension from before had bounced back into a relaxed atmosphere. Everyone surrounded Hijikata sensei and Kondo sensei as I talked. Right as I found myself a bit jealous of what they had, Hijikata sensei stepped out of the group and came up to me.
You came here too. I guess you were worried.
Yes, I wanted you to stay as a teacher.
Thanks. Thanks to all of you. I'll be able to keep on being a teacher. But don't expect me to be soft. I'll just be, no, even more restrict than before, so you better get ready.
Of course.
Right, I had decided that I would follow him to the ends of the earth. I couldn't stand by his side right now, but no matter how many years it took, I would, in the same place, on the same level. I swore I would come to him one day.